everybody! Welcome back to the channel. I feel like I haven't done like a sit down video in a long time. So we are here in my bedroom today because Milo just came down with a cold and I'm currently trying to get him to nap right now, and I want him to take a really good nap. So anyway, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Thea. I am a military mom of 3, and we found out that we got orders to Germany because my husband deployed, or has deployed for a year. He's currently gone. But we found out we got follow-on orders to Ramstein, Germany. And if you haven't watched my previous videos, I'll put them up here, or I'll link them down below. We actually have lived in Germany before. We met in Germany. I went to 2 different high schools in Germany, and yeah, it's pretty exciting to be going back and to be able to like share it with all of you guys and with our kids, and it's yeah, we are pretty excited. So feel free to subscribe. Actually, I would like you to subscribe and like this video, comment down below, just everything to help support, you know, this channel, keep it growing, keep it moving in the right direction. But I'm really excited for today because this vlog is kind of a follow-up with one of the last ones I did about what I'm doing to prepare our family for our big move to Germany. So our family consists of 5 humans and 2 dogs. We have a 7-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 1-year-old. And by the time we move to Germany, Penelope will be 8, Ivy will be 4, and Milo will be 2, like 2.5. So what I'm doing to kind of, like the first thing that I'm doing, I should say, and I feel like this is the most important thing, one of the most important things. They're all pretty important. Gone ahead and started learning more of the German language, and I've started prepping my kids for their growth with the German language. They know basic things that we kind of like incorporate into everyday life because having lived there before, you learn a few things and they just kind of become habit. So like when we say goodbye really quickly to somebody, instead of just saying bye-bye, we'll always say tschüss. And it's just like, it was habit, just hearing it for so long, to just say it. And so that's what we say to the kids also when we leave, is we'll go tschüss. So they kind of know that word already, so that won't be completely foreign to them. We'll say danke, dankeschön, bitteschön, bitte. Like just those little things are just what we say every day. But we want to make sure that they fully embrace this move as well. So I've downloaded an app called Duolingo. I've been using it for years to kind of supplement my French because I took French my entire high school career at all of my high schools. And I graduated doing, I think, just honors French. I don't think I did AP. Or maybe I did. I don't remember. But regardless, I learned French, and I wanted to kind of like keep supplementing that knowledge. And so I've also downloaded it on Ivy's tablet, Penelope's iPad, and on my phone. So I'll do like a German lesson with them, and of course, to me, the really basic ones, I'm like, well, obviously, but it's like fun to see them learn it and start to try to say the words. So far, that's all we're doing for language for them. I want to get a more in-depth grasp of the language to where I can speak it conversationally. Just because I think it's kind of like a respect thing. A lot of Americans will meet foreign people that come into the country and they just expect them to already know our language. So, I feel like it's the least we can do to go to another country and at least know the language and be able to speak it. Even if I can't do it like fully right away, I hope to be able to. And it's definitely a goal that I really want to accomplish. So yeah, we have started our growth of language, of the German language. Kind of going the complete opposite end of the spectrum is with the dogs. So Messer is this dog right here. He's a boy, and he's 8 years old. He just turned 8 in December. We tried to crate train him when he was a puppy, and he never liked it. He also hates traveling. He's got major anxiety when we just go on car trips, when he just goes to the vet. He's not destructive anxiety. It's just like, not really yelping, but whining, barking, panting. It's just, he's very, very anxious. And so, of course, finding out we got orders to Germany, we were so excited, but I was just like, oh my, I don't know how Messer's gonna do it, because right now it looks like if we can get a direct flight, it'll be about 9 hours. So the second thing that I've done for my family to start preparing is I've gotten Messer a new kennel that is airline approved. It is the exact dimensions that he will need, because airlines require the dogs to be able to stand up without their ears touching the top of the crate. And so because he's an Australian Shepherd, he's rather long, but kind of on the short side, but it makes for odd dimensions. So we got him a new kennel yesterday. And before that, I had been putting him in his old kennel and just trying to make sure he gets more comfortable with it, kind of doing positive reinforcements, giving him treats and bones when he goes in it. Just so like he knows that it's a safe spot, it's a place that he would want to be, and to, you know, enjoy being in his kennel. So that's a big thing for me, because I'm really worried that when we do fly, he is gonna have so much anxiety and so much worry that he's just not gonna do well. So I'm really just trying to give him all the tools I can as like a mom, as his owner, to be successful in this flight. Because, you know, he's not asking to go on the flight. He probably doesn't want to. I know he doesn't want to right now, but you know, we're making him do it because we love him. Notice I'm not talking about Pepper, which is our other Australian Shepherd, because she's been crate trained since she was a puppy. She loves her crate. She's okay with traveling. It's just, I'm not really worried about her. I'm kind of trying to focus on Messer, which is this dog. To kind of go hand in hand with that is I have started looking up different airlines to fly. So I know the main one that I want to do that is the most pet friendly to fly Messer and Pepper, because we are not using a courier. I want them to fly not excess baggage, cargo, whatever it is. But I've been looking up different airlines, and so Lufthansa is the most animal pet friendly airline for flying to Germany. I think Lufthansa is operated by United, so United would be a backup, just like a regular United flight. But right now, I really want to make sure we can get our tickets on Lufthansa, because they seem like they would be the best bet, and they are the best at like handling their animals. And yeah, but regardless, a big thing I've started doing is just looking up and reading through all of the animal pages on airlines, which it doesn't seem like a lot, but is a lot of fine print. And also with that, I have been trying to figure out what all the airlines need for the dogs to fly them. So making sure, you know, they need a certain amount of vaccinations, they need health certificates, they need all these forms saying that they're clear to come into Germany, unrestricted essentially. And I completely 100% understand it, but it is a lot. And I know I can't just rely on the vet and the on-base vet at Macdill to do everything for me. So I've definitely started preparing, seeing what I need, also looking at grants, because it's kind of expensive to fly a dog regardless. It is the cheapest at Lufthansa. It's only about like $300 per dog right now that I am seeing, but still kind of expensive. So right now you can get certain grants that are offered to military families to fly dogs. So it's all just like one big informational like cluster. But I gotta start somewhere, so might as well start early, right? I don't want to be caught unaware and then find out that like I need something for a certain amount of months out and then I don't have that, and then I'm just like SOL. So it's just kind of like preparedness, right? I've also, with the airline thing, because I've tried to group this all together, is I have been trying to keep up to date on travel regulations within Europe. Living in the US, and I haven't really traveled much lately. The most traveling I've actually done since COVID started was I've been to Kentucky twice to visit my mom, and that's it. That's literally it, and it's just driving. So I haven't flown, I haven't done anything. Zach's done the flying, so he kind of knows what's going on, but I don't. And I know a lot of things are changing right now. Europe is trying, I think Europe is trying to kind of put it out there that like this isn't going anywhere, so we have to adapt to it more than the US is doing. The US is definitely like erring on the cautious side, the overly cautious side. But regardless, there's like a lot that has changed about travel, and it's a lot about traveling to a different country anyway. So I'm trying to, again, just stay prepared, stay on top of these things. If you guys have traveled lately, and if you have any tips, or if you know or have heard of anything changing, I know I've still got about a year before I fly, but again, I just want to make sure I'm prepared and just stay up to date as everything changes, as everything goes on. So it's fun, but it's kind of stressful right now. And so I have to remind myself, since I suffer from anxiety, I'm always like worrying about the future anyway. I have to remind myself that like things will change. Don't worry about it so much right now. Just prepare yourself. Okay, this one is crazy because these things did not exist last time I lived in Germany. So it's pretty exciting. When I lived there, the iPhone had just come out, and I did not have one. I had just like a flip phone, and that was back in 2008, 2007 to 2011, 2008 maybe. And so you couldn't like look up all these things, and Facebook was like just starting to get big because MySpace was still very much like where everybody was, and there definitely wasn't Facebook groups. So I've actually started to join Facebook groups for like military spouses in the Ramstein KMC area, which KMC stands for the Kaiserslautern Military Community. And Kaiserslautern is like where we are gonna live, but Ramstein is the Air Force base that we have gotten orders to. So I've joined a lot of these groups. A lot of them are private groups. One of my friends from high school, from Ramstein when we graduated, is actually moving back there now. She's not married, she's just going for a job there. But she invited me to a group called Rentals in the KMC, and it's been so eye-opening, and it's really hard because I'm like, yes, I definitely want to rent your house, but then I can't because I'm not even close to moving there yet. I'm a year out, a little less than a year now, but yeah, it's fun. And again, it's just like that over-preparing thing for me. Am I preparing too much, I wonder? I really hate being caught unaware in anything, so I don't feel like I'm over-preparing, but when I say it out loud, I'm like, Thea, are you okay? I don't know, maybe it's the mom thing too, knowing that I'm gonna be like doing this move by myself, because literally Zach will come home from his deployment and then we will immediately leave like a week later. And so I just want to make sure like I have everything together. I know everything that we're getting ourselves into, but yeah, so I've joined like the rental group, I've joined a KMC spouse group, I've mainly stuck to the military groups, but I feel like it's a good start, and I want to know like everything that's going on in the area already and everything that we have to look forward to. Again, this wasn't around, and I think it is just a game changer when it comes to moving abroad, to know like when you aren't familiar. I am familiar with Germany, but I'm not a German citizen, so you know, it's like I don't know everything that's going on right now. And with Facebook, I'm literally able to. This is not an ad for Facebook, but it's just like, it's something I appreciate about technology changing, I guess, because I have a lot of stuff. I don't know, you guys have seen me film in a lot of our house, and I have a lot of stuff. I I'm not a hoarder, obviously, but I do hold on to things for sentimental value, especially baby stuff. So I've got like the kids' cribs, which the girls both shared the same crib, and then I've got like, I didn't get rid of any baby clothes. Just putting that out there. So I've got tons of containers of especially girl baby clothes. And I'm not sure I'm necessarily ready to get rid of them, but the military does offer, when you get orders overseas, you get free storage. So they'll pay for you to have a storage unit. That way you don't feel like you have to take everything overseas, and there's a weight allowance when you move overseas. So most people can't take everything that they own. But regardless, I've started kind of trying to go through our rooms and think about like, okay, are we gonna take this? Are we gonna not take this? Should we just get something different when we get there? Especially with like the kids' beds. So Ivy right now is in a toddler bed from IKEA, and Penelope is in my old IKEA bed from when I lived in Heidelberg. Whoop, you just moved a little, sorry. And it's just, they're rather old. The kids are probably gonna need new beds by the time we get to Germany. And so it's one of those things where it's like, are we going to keep these? Are we gonna put them in storage and just go to Germany and get a new bed? Should we order a new bed before we move to Germany and just don't set it up? So it's little things like that. So I guess it's really not that important. To me it is, because I wanna make sure that we're, again, prepared, over prepared. For what we're getting into. I don't want it to feel stressful. I want it to feel like natural. Like Zach and I are going home. You know, we're going back to where our story started. And I'm having lived in Europe and traveled to Europe and traveled within Europe, I know that the houses are different, and most of the time, like for our budget, we can't afford a house size that we're in now. So, and that's fine. Things are different. I'm totally okay with that. I just want to make sure that we don't take too much and then can't fit in the house that we're gonna get. Because right now the house that we are in is about 2,300 square feet. And like the average house in Germany, like on base, is about 1,600 square feet. So I know we can fit into it, especially because our girls share a bedroom. And that would leave us like one extra bedroom, because if we move on base, you're allotted 4 bedrooms because you get 1 bedroom per kid. We have 3 kids. So I know that things are going to be different and things are going to change. And I just want us to like embrace it and not feel stressed about it. Like, oh wow, our stuff can't fit in the house. No, I want to be like, good, we took the perfect amount of stuff for our house. So the last thing, this is kind of just like a mismatch. I watch all these videos on YouTube and I'm like, wow, great point, yes. And then I film one and I'm like, wow, Thea, you're such an amateur. But you get what you get. The last thing, and it's kind of funny because it's not that important, but whenever we need like a new appliance, since we found out that we got orders, I have been like, nope, we're not gonna buy it yet, because if we live off base, even if we live on base, it's like split half and half with the outlets. And my mom, when we moved to Germany first, my mom had no idea because she had never lived in Europe her whole life. And so we blew so many things. We blew so many lamps because we thought, you could just put in a little adapter. Nope, it's a different voltage. So everything would blow. But I don't want to do that this time. And so I know you can get what's called a transformer. And it's like a big box, at least I think it's still big. They were like big metal boxes, and you would plug them into the German outlet, and then on the box it's got an American outlet, and it would transform the voltage so you could just use that. So I know that I could keep buying more appliances, like small appliances I'm talking about, and small electrical items, but I just don't want to, because I definitely want to wait until we get to Germany, or else I feel like it'll be pointless to get one of those and then put it in storage. Like, I need a new air fryer. We use it so much in our family, but I don't want to get one here and then use it for less than a year. And then when you put it in storage, you just don't know like how well it's going to work, because a lot of times things, if you leave them not working for a long time, or if you leave them stagnant for a long time, like a lawnmower, they have the tendency to just not want to turn on. And I don't want to deal with that. And I feel like it'd be just really wasteful, right? So I'm gonna wait until we get there to get new appliances, ones that we might need. We're still gonna take over our, like, everything that we have, appliance-wise, I'm pretty sure. Not big appliances again, I'm sorry. Because when I say appliance, I'm like, yes, a refrigerator. I'm not talking about a refrigerator. I'm talking about little things, air fryers, microwaves, toasters, panini press, things like that, coffee makers, kettles. I do need a new kettle. I probably will get rid of my kettle because it's like 7 or 8 years old now, and probably get a new one in Europe because Europe tends to have better water kettles and I need that for my tea. But yeah, other things, like little things that we're doing that I might do separate videos about, is that Zach sold his Tesla before he deployed, and he's currently looking at the kind of car that he wants to get in Germany. So that'll be interesting because Zach is a huge car guy and he doesn't know if he wants to stay electric, because not being there, we don't know the charger situation in the Kaiserslautern area, because we're gonna be taking my Jeep Cherokee, and then yeah, we're gonna look at getting a new car over in Germany. We just don't know what kind to get yet. So if you have any ideas, let me know about that. Other things that we're doing, I'm still trying to prepare clothes-wise, because having lived in Florida for 3 years and Georgia for 5 years before that, I don't have cold weather clothes. I have lots of warm weather clothes, and we're going to be moving in like the dead of winter. So I just want to make sure that when we get off the plane, we'll have jackets to throw on, we'll have warm socks, because when you're allowed so many bags to fly with, and winter clothes are big and bulky, as you know, like boots, they're big and bulky. And so I want to make sure that we have like plenty until our home goods come and get delivered to wherever we're living. So yeah, I think that's it for this video. It's not going to be too long. I'm going to go edit it right now, so hopefully it can get up tonight. And let me know what you think I'm missing. I obviously have a lot to go, but it's just, again, these like starting things that are focused, like they're family centric, right? So I want to stick to that. And yeah, I think that's it. I'm gonna see if Milo is awake now, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.